Obviously, obviously, I'm very upset about how this went down. We went from maybe one of our better defensive performances of the year uh, in a game we really needed to win, to just a total collapse in the last 2 minutes to give up the game. And so it's very upsetting from a coaching standpoint. And there's really, I try and be very light about a lot of things and, laugh and joke, but there's nothing to joke about today. It's pretty disgusting what just happened. So I'll let you do questions and then get him out of here, and then I'll answer anything you want.
Questions for Duke?
Duke, it seemed the offense was struggling in the second half. You guys went on a drought there. Is there you ended up getting to the line a lot. Was there just I don't know, why did you feel so compelled to take it upon yourself in the offensive side of the ball, second half?
I wouldn't say I tried to take it over individually. It was just within our offense, and I just it was within the play. If you get the ball, go to the rack, and the refs try to make the refs make a play, make a call.
What do you think was keeping you from getting going, your team, in the second half?
I mean, we just didn't make shots. We missed a lot of easy stuff, layups, wide open shots. We just didn't make shots.
Duke, can you talk about how physical it was out there? I mean, there was blood spilled multiple times out there.
The refs, I could tell from the first half, they was letting us play. They was letting us play physical, especially down low in the paint. On ball defense, they let us play physical today. It was a very physical game.
Any more questions for Duke? All right, thanks, Duke. Appreciate the time. Open up the floor for coaches for Coach Campy. Questions for Coach Campy?
Coach, same question to you. Talk about the physicality out there today.
It's a Horizon League basketball game. I mean, every game's refereed different. This game was refereed in a manner that was going to be physical, and so you play the way the game's played. It was a physical game. I thought we, for 38 minutes, I thought we handled everything great. I had a 10-point lead with 2 minutes to go. So you can talk about the offense stalling, you can talk about all that kind of stuff, but we had a 10-point lead with 2 minutes to go. You can't blame anybody but yourselves. You can't blame physicality, referees. You got to blame yourself. So, yeah, was it physical? Yeah. It was no more physical than Friday night against Detroit. It's a game. It's a game. You play.
What's it like to take your team on the road after a game like this, when you're already struggling on the road at 1-11, and you feel like you let one slip away?
I really haven't considered, our next game yet. I'm trying to digest what just happened, and it doesn't taste very good right now. When you as a coach, we made 5, maybe 6 major mental mistakes in the last 2 minutes. And as a coach, it's your job for a team not to do that, through preparation, through execution, through whatever your method of coaching or teaching is. So when you can come out of and this team has struggled all year with coming out of a timeout on the defensive end and executing what we discuss in the timeout. And when it shows up over and over and over again, you've got to blame yourself, because the message isn't getting through, so maybe the message isn't being delivered in the proper way. I'll give you the perfect example. Bader turns it over. There's 18 seconds to go, something like that. They have the ball. There's a timeout, and in the timeout, I tell them we changed personnel. and I tell them that they're post player 23. They're going to run a play to get it to him. So how do I know that? Well, we've scouted them and watched them all year. We know what they do in that situation. So I told the guy guarding him that I don't want you to leave him, and I want you to front him. And then we're going to switch everything else on out there. I changed personnel to do this. And what happened was that guy that was guarding him left him to get in a gap. When we play gap defense, in other words, if he's not by the ball, you get in a gap. All right? Well, I just told him in the timeout not to do that, to just stay with him and front him because they're going to him. And sure enough, he ducks him in, they throw him the ball, and he scores. You know, what do you do? So obviously the message was not delivered properly. So I'm going to take the blame for that. They made 3 threes to get back into it, right? We changed personnel and we said switch all screens. If they get up, slip for a 2, great. If they need, we're up 10, they need 5 possessions to catch us if they only make 2s. And what happens? We come down 3 straight times and not switch. They run a guy underneath to a shot and screen him. And we don't switch. You would think after the first one we would, but we didn't. So there were, you know, Duke, you're going to throw the ball on that last play to Dante at the top of the key. We got 1.5 seconds. There's nothing else you can do. We have no timeouts left. Didn't do it. So, and I can name 7 of those in the last 2 minutes. Now, if it was 1, you could be mad at somebody. But it wasn't. It was 7 of them. So who are you mad at? I'm mad at myself. Because obviously I'm not getting the message clear through. So it's my fault.
Coach, can you talk about the way they defended Travis Bader? From watching it, I thought that was as good as he's been defended since Indiana, maybe.
Well, yes. And what, he didn't make a 3?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. But he gets guarded like that every game, you know? Every game. And he gets whatever. So there's going to be nights that he didn't come get him. He's human. He's normal. And so we're going to step back and say, oh, look at the way they guarded him. Well, he made 4 of them the last time we played him. And if we play him again, he'll probably make 4 or 5. Tonight he wasn't going to make them. And then we went away from it. And because we had a lead, everything else was working. So why force feed a guy when they're going to take him away? Let's keep going to what's working. And we had a 10-point lead with 2 minutes to go. So we wouldn't even be having this conversation had we not completely self-destructed. So did they do a good job? Yeah, Billy's a great coach, known for his defense. They're a good team, but they should have lost. They should have lost the game. And I don't think it had anything to do with the way they guarded Travis Bader.
I apologize if this has been asked, but can you talk about Ralph Hill? I mean, heck of a game.
Yeah, Ralph has gotten an opportunity to play, and he's put back-to-back really good games together, playing with confidence. And, you know, I didn't play him a lot down the stretch. He got his 4th foul, and also he hadn't been out there much, so I didn't want to put him in a situation. And then sure enough, I put him in and he was one of the guys that didn't switch that at the end. But I don't blame him for that because, I mean, it's his first time he's been in a game that was on the line like that. So, you know, he's worried about his man, you know, so I don't blame him for that. The other guys I'm not happy with, but him, no. He played with confidence. He knocked down shots. I haven't looked at the stats, so I don't know if he rebounded or not, but I thought he guarded Cole Darling pretty well, and I actually had him on the floor the last possession to guard Cole Darling. I probably should have put him on Packer.
Any more questions for Coach?
Let me ask one. Coach Donlin was talking about Petros and how you guys didn't have him the final 2 or 3 minutes. How much do you think you could have used him there, especially on Packer at the end?
Probably, but that's the game of basketball. You know, I mean, our whole issue this whole season has not been, we're in the Horizon League now. Oh, yes, the Horizon League is a great league, and we value being in it, and we're lucky, and it's good basketball. Our fans, that's a 4th straight the 4th straight one-point game that's been played in this building. 4 straight one-point games. Unfortunately for us, we won the 3 before that. Now, our problem is our depth. And we had 4 kids get hurt and are out for the season. And what we found out in this league, you can't win with 5, 6 kids. You've got to go into your bench like everybody else does. So we had 2 walk-ons on. I don't know if you know that. We had 2 walk-ons on the floor with 5 minutes to go in that game. Maybe 3:50 to go in the game. We had 2 walk-ons on the floor. The guy that made the mental mistake on the last play to give him the layup's a walk-on. Go in the Horizon League and win with walk-ons? Come on. You know? But it's it's what it is. I mean, I can't stop the injuries. And I surely can't make excuses. I'm not going to make excuses. That's Oakland. Everybody out there's got Oakland on their shirt. They got to play. We're not fearful to put them in. We put them in. We let them play. We made a mistake. Would I have rather had Petros out there? Sure. They probably would have rather had Jared Young, or whatever Young's name is out there too. But that's the game. Crap happens. Fouls occur. Guys fall out. To be a great team, championship team, you overcome that stuff. You don't make excuses.
All right, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.